boundary is so within reach for DRX, even for OG as well. But DRX are on the outside. They have a much tougher time moving through the open ground before them. There's really not a good option. I just wonder how long this split can hold for OG, though. Will they be able to make a miracle happen?
The problem is that there's not a lot of angles that are looking over towards OG. And I think for quite a few teams, they're still going to just get a pretty free approach from this north side. So decent endgame here possible for OG. They're still deciding on where they want to play next. Varu scouting out off in the distance. No sightlines over towards him. DRX are going to make the push over this way, though. Immediately spawning over towards Aru.
He hits the deck, going down, and he will get knocked. Is there an answer? Is there anything in response? No, the Groza doesn't connect fully. It's done a lot of damage, but that's not enough. A nade over the top from a tanky. As where is the third parties? I'm watching, I'm waiting for it. But Rectum Kaya holds strong. They back it off, and now OG spotted. Oh no, Zedwolf finds the shutdown, and OG's dreams are dying on this hilltop. They will not be able to make it off successfully. Not unscathed anyway, as Widgod tries to send down in the party bus. One player now standing for OG, and DRX looking to try and take that 7th place with the points added to their tally, but they only got 2 for this push as AKOP, the last to fade, and they will be out, done and dusted. DRX now with it all to do.
OG disappearing in front of our eyes there, Vest. Even the P90. DRX, 3 teams remaining. This is a big moment for South Korea. They instantaneously split across the field, looking to take up all the positions that OG left behind.
This is a real bittersweet potential victory here for Rectum Kai if they can find it. It won't be enough. They don't have the points margins. The differences just don't sit there. No more elimination points that they can get to put them over that 7th place as it sits. 102 right now. DRX need 10 more points. Just getting the chicken dinner would be enough. Any elimination gets them 1 step closer. A knock, a nade, and Mad Balls may be taken out of the fright as well.
Wild will finish off 1 there. DRX have a fair bit of utilities to work with. 15 nades in the hands of Rectum Kaya is a pretty mighty backpack on their side. No, Mad Balls down to just 2 players. DRX, it is the battle between the south and the north here. Rectum Kaya begging for a southern shift, or even a central one would support them.
Ooh. Well, there it is. They have managed to get it, and DRX have to move. They have to find something here. Hops out of the vehicle, uses it as cover. They're getting backed off, and the backlines are supporting this push forwards. But how far can they even go here? The off angles for Rectum Kaya. They're playing this like they play their river split, playing off one another. And the angles finally starting to come together for them. It's too late for them, but they might be able to ruin DRX's approach.
DRX were on 103. They needed 112 plus to take this game. Not only that, they wouldn't win the tiebreaker, I don't believe. They need 113 on this game, which is the chicken dinner, essentially.
I think at the moment, I think DRX do win the tiebreaker actually against DX Xavier. They have more placement points. Oh no, it's the other way around. I was looking at the wrong column. You're right. They need to go clear, and they're on 102 right now, Blank. So they need 11 more points. 1 elim in the chicken dinner. That's what they need to find. They can stay out of it until then.
So they could do it. Technically, no, they can't. They actually can't even do it if they get second place.
They'd win it on a chicken dinner because the tiebreaker would be 1 because they get 2 chicken dinners rather than 1.
Yeah, but if they got the chicken dinner, they'd be over the cap anyway.
No, if they went down and everybody else denied the points, for instance, they would get 10 points flat, and they would be on a tiebreaker. But that's we're getting into some real hypothetical ground here for DRX as they need to make it a reality. And I think that's going to involve taking a shot or two at their opponents. As Regnum Kai have to fend off two fronts.
Silas, vigilant over towards the northeast side, knows there's players there. Loxy moves out on a very, very long angle. Nade not quite far enough. Tunica will move with the blue. Good movements there coming through from them. Silas got a little bit of a shot in, but it's not quite good enough. They want to clear out this angle on the eastern side so they can start to focus over towards DRX. But that's a big nade. Zedwolf has to immediately send across, but it looks like he's just going to regroup with the rest of the team.
With the time that you have, or rather don't.
Okay.
That's going to be huge. And that movement was spotted. DRX moving in. They're making their move now for their 7th place spot. And they're not finding it blank. It's all falling down. It's all coming.
No way!
Ash in their mouth, but Kaise stays alive. Regnum Kaya, they're getting shut down. Wild now, the player underneath the bridge, needs to stay alive. And Mad Bulls have a shot to take it all away from them. They still have a player out in the open. And with 2, they can make it work. But Wild's still going. He's still trucking. The healing went through. And Kaise falls. 1 player now for DRX to stay alive.
1 player versus the world. Tunica is down. For DRX, QXC has to put on a performance like no other. He's 1 HP in the meantime. 1 more shot, but a great headshot comes back his way. Hiding behind the bush, and it won't happen as Zedwolf manages to thread the needle. And Regnum Kai will take the chicken dinner. And DRX do not make it. DX Xavier, hold on.
Just about there. DX Xavier able to fend it off, not by their own merit, but by the grace of Regnum Kaya, who themselves will feel very disappointed. You can see that they aren't happy, even with the chicken dinner, because they know they haven't done enough to get to the finals. Don't worry, all the teams that we've seen so far will be seen again in the group stages. But you can see it's even harder on DRX. They knew they had it within their grasp. They saw DX Xavier go down early, but they just couldn't get all that way. Those extra placement points that DX Xavier got for getting across that open ground, that cacophony on the northern side from our top placed podium teams allowed them to stay alive for just long enough to solidify themselves on 112 points.
Down to that 1v1 as well. I have no idea how Zedwolf got that mini 14 shot off. It looked like UXZ was fully covered as well. But into that 1v1. What an insane finish from DRX and Regnum Kaya, who will be battling again in those group stages.
Oh, and you can bet there's going to be grudge matches coming on through. I can't wait to see it. But for now, let's head to the analyst desk to break down the 7.
Meticulous, so careful. And it just could not work for them. They couldn't get it to do it. Regnum just had too much of a hold on the key parts of the zone as well, so they were able to take dominating angles that Regnum had were just too much. And
that was literally a game-changing breach they were trying to pull off on that dip on Orangutan, but unfortunately they couldn't go the entire way and get themselves the chicken dinner. Though looking at the match ranking, still 21 points going over to Mad Bulls, 17 for Regnum Car, and 11 for DRX. I'm heartbroken. Hotchicks looking at the leaderboards. If it's a 1-point difference, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, yeah. Me too, man. Oh, I want to see a replay of their reactions again, because it just shows, right? I mean, all these teams, you got to give props to every single one of them. These guys have worked all year long to get.
They were just like, yeah. It was like it was just a hard.
Out of them, CEO might be a better shout.
Oh.
Let's look at it.
Points.
2. Oh my goodness. That's all it took. Literally, if they would have got the chicken dinner, they would have made it straight to the grand finals. I'm telling you guys, that's all it takes, right? One little tiny mistake and it'll get you. I will say though, that last final push, they did everything they possibly could. I mean, they did the right play. They drove at the perfect time whenever we saw Mad Bulls trying to do that push on the other side of the map, right? It just, unfortunately, they just didn't win that fight, Neptura.
Yeah, and you know what's even more heartbreaking? They didn't even need the win to get those 2 extra points. They just had to clear Regnum or clear Mad Bulls because they were 2 duos up left. They either had to just clear all of Regnum and get the second place and be done, or clear all of Mad Bulls after the initial push onto Regnum. So, heartbreak central here for day number 3.
Down to the wire, and the script, it was written in stone, Hot Juice, and they could not change it. Their fate was sealed from the beginning of this game. It does seem to be the case. But here, congratulations, of course, to R8 Championship. Completely unexpected for me. Really happy. And looking at the day 3 MVP, it is going to be Scarface of Ulfter.
Okay.
I hope they keep this. Cheers, and that was just a fun one. And the Gauntlet MVP is none other than CEO from Team Kara. Congratulations. 38 eliminations on his lonesome with a 19-minute survival time is ludicrous. And CEO, we knew he was a top-tier player from his region, but to this extent, outside of Turkey in PMGC, now that's unheard of.
That's crazy.
Enter the stage here. So these are your official qualified teams: R8, Thundertalk, Kara, Mad Bulls, Alpha 7, Ulf, and D Xavier. Made beautifully done. You can see right now, these are the different groups that they're going to. What do you think about that, Max?
Well, I'm looking because I have the groups in front of me right now. So we're going to have Wolves, Orangutan, APG, GS going into Group Green. That could be a little bit of an issue with military, right? Could be happening there. Of course, they do have also Inner Circle, Team Falcons, Gen G, and Group Red for DRX, etc. You got some big names over there. You got Team Flash, Twisted Minds, Influence Rage, Weibo. Bro, group stage is going to be a mental, Niptura, that's for sure.
Oh, it's going to be insane. I can't wait. These teams have a lot on their hands. They got to do a lot of analysis tomorrow because it's not going to be easy from here on out, Jukes.
That's right. D+ are going to be in Group Green. That's your previous champions. We'll see them the day after tomorrow. By the way, happy Thanksgiving for everybody that celebrates it tomorrow. You know, so that's going to be a great. Hey, get some turkey, get some stuffing, because man, Group Green is going to be one heck of a show, Max.
I mean, the top 7, they're definitely going to be eating up that turkey. Not a chicken dinner, it's a turkey dinner for them today. Very happy about it. I'm looking at the groups right now really quickly. Which one do you think is going to be the group of death? Because we've got Group Green, Stacks, of course. You've got Alter Ego, you've got your D+, as you said, Hot Chooks, previous champions, Reject, top-tier team from Japan, Inner Circle. Group Green, for me, is the group of...
Towards my left, because I got Lamborghini from DX being able to clutch up that 7th place by just 2 points. Having clutched your way into the top 7 and qualified directly to the grand finals, how does it feel now?
Xin chào Lambo, thì mình vừa hay là vào được top 7 và đi thẳng vào vòng chung kết. Vậy không biết hiện tại...
قبل بالفاينل نشوف.
He says, we look forward to meeting you in the finals.
3 more teams after that one going to the grand finals. PMGC is full of surprises, full of amazing gameplay. Make sure you stay tuned in.